Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from DemolitionHound in the Rozen Zulu, which got patched in May. Mainly, I believe it got some increased buffers in a couple of locations. I want to say probably backpack and shield, but that's just a guess. I'll read off the full buffs at the end of the video as usual. And it also got increased ASL on its main megaparticle cannon and its incoms, so that should make its default weapon easier to hit with and the incoms easier to lock on. And yeah, the incoms can do a lot of work. Well, it can all do a lot of work. Demo does a really good job here locking down a couple of enemies with just constant fire from a good distance. And I'm not sure if he uses its special bits at any point or not. Because, yeah, I believe it does have special funnels. I say rose bits because of Gundam Rose. That I think temporarily disable NTD, as I recall. But, yeah. Right now, mostly just, yeah, constant stream of fire. And boy, does that help. And there's that, yeah. So... like I said, it has a good amount of firepower. It is all beam based, but that's not unusual for 700, honestly, which is where this lives. And let's see, so far so good. About one kill ahead of the enemy team. If you can stay there, that's not the terrible news. Keep forgetting it also has defense mode, which I usually forget to use on things like this. Every once in a while, I pull it off, like the one where I managed to guard against a support fire a while back. But yeah, just that is the exception. I think I've said before, most of the videos I show are the exception. Some days I am just in full potato mode. But at the moment, yeah, Demo is grabbing this point. I have to admit, I tend to be the stubborn kind who just take that point no matter how much danger I'm actually in at the very beginning of the round, because keeping the team together is worth the cost of my mobile suit. Yeah, I'm not sure if he actually used the Psycho Jammer on the Nightingale or just hit it with something else because it was nearly dead, but either way. And let's see. But yeah, just again, I know I say it a lot, but just almost every day I play, I get an example of why that is. Especially at 700, where you have all these cool hero suits, you tend to have the urge to, just meander off and fight one-on-one. And the team that does that less, probably going to win. It is a team shooter, above all. So, let's see, took some damage there, but not too bad. I guess, I'm surprised this doesn't have some kind of resonance skill, but there have to be some high-end suits that don't. And it has enough other tricks going on that's not really an issue. 61, okay, 72 to 44. Yeah, definitely getting a good roll going on at 700 here on Impact Site, which is, yeah, of course, the first GBO2 map. Mountain is the original GBO1 map. I still have not gotten to play the adjusted Mountain. It hasn't been in rotation. Military Port has been. I think a couple of the other adjusted ones have shown up from time to time, but yeah, have not seen Mountain yet. I've got at least one request set up for Mountain, so I will have to try and get it at some point. But let's see, support fire going out. Not sure if it's going to hit anything, but Demo can hit things at a distance pretty well. Yeah, that big wide megaparticle beam that the shield. Or barrage, I guess, that the shield lets off, tagged something there. I'm not sure if it has a kind of sweet spot the way that the Kshatriyas does, where all the beams will converge on one target, or if it just kind of is really good at hitting an area. But it'd be interesting to see. Of course, like I said, I don't have the Rosen Zulu myself, so even if I wanted to use it more, not an option at present, so... But yeah. Okay, here comes the Nightingale. That, of course, has type advantage on Demo, so that is a danger. But yeah, now is a good time to be jamming its Psychomu, which is done. So, I'm not sure if those retracted because Demo got knocked down or if just the effect is already on it. If we were going to add something to the GBO2 HUD, I've had a few nominations before, but I'd like to actually see when certain status effects are affecting enemies, just so you can be sure. I mean, I guess that uncertainty does make sense in context, but also just, yeah, it would be nice to know, is it actually jammed? Is it, is the speed reduced, what have you? But let's see, yeah, Demo is out of legs there. The Sosby came over and finished him off, but now it is fighting a double Zeta, so let's see. They're still managing, the enemy team caught up a fair bit, but they are managing to maintain their lead. That's good. Sometimes you just have to, hack it back out and get ahead again, and yeah, that seems to be working. 2 minutes left, Demo's coming back, and hopefully time to shoot some stuff. Pardon me if I'm clearing my throat. You shouldn't hear it if my noise reduction filters work, but also just there will be pauses because the humidity is awful today, and the heat, but together just means, yeah, I am just yuck. It's going to be yuck for a good while. I mean, to varying degrees, probably the rest of my life, but let's see. Incom's out, and yep, and other various weapons. And if I called them Rose Bits, I'm sure that's not their official name. I think the official name is Psycho Jammers, but Gundam Rose is right there. Eventually, when I do get this, I'm going to have to try and put it in Gundam Rose colors just to see. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I still don't have this. Or I've forgotten, which is just, silly. But see, first, the incomes didn't land the first hit, but again, there's multiples, so yeah, that's another kill. Minute left, still ahead by about 1,200 points. Number 5 is really low on health, so if I were number 5, I would not be going towards the enemy. I would be finding a good place to hide, but yeah, sometimes, well, if you're trying to get your dailies, that's one reason to, stick your neck out, and just also just, everybody wants to perform well, I know, but also just, the win. The win is nice when you can get it. 5 is down. Allied team still does have a lead. Got a couple of shots on the Nightingale. Let's see. That is Gustav Karl, I believe. And yeah, it is hitting up the Rosen, but basically with type advantage, Demo can take a little bit of punishment. Hopefully enough. Looks like enough. Yeah, just right now. Yeah, I was about to say the rest of the team is working on this. Yeah, good tackle, and hopefully that will not quite. I was about to say, hopefully that will keep him till the very end, but I'm pretty sure they still won. Yes, good. So yeah, that was a good round, and yeah, Rozen Zulu looks pretty good. 175,000 damage, wow. 1680 supports, or assists, that's good for a support. I mean, that's a good thing to have going. Okay, high score for Demo at 700, 3 and 3, yeah, but just a tremendous damage dealt, so that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. Okay, so the changes to the Rozen Zulu. Unit hit points got kicked up by 1,500 to 27,000 from 25,500. Thruster capacity increased from 75 to 80. Left arm equipment buffer. The shield buffer is now level 3. Back add-on buffer, the one for the funnels, is also level 3. So I think that's going to be like, I forget whether that's 25 or 30% damage reduction, but it should be pretty significant. And yeah, the main weapon, the 3-barrel mega particle cannon, had its ASL range extended. So did the pincer incoms. And also the 3-barrel mega particle cannon, which I believe is the shield, had its cooldown time reduced from 5 seconds to 4 between shots, and overheat reduced from 20 seconds to 15. Okay, so the effect of this, the average for a win rate for support types at 700, that is, across all support types, Average win is 50.7%. Before the buffs, the Rosen Zulu was at 48.7%, so 2% down. It is now up to 51.1, so it is now like 0.4% above average. That's not bad. Rival win rate is the average is 49.6%. Rosen Zulu had 48, not that far off. It is now up to 52.9. Average damage for a support at 700 is 96,107. It was doing 90,000 at that cost, but it is now up to 95,466. So with a month's worth of data, it didn't quite get to the average damage, but given that it's winning and beating rivals more, I don't see that that's a big deal. It's within spitting distance anyway. Average MS loss for supports at 700, 2.9 per round. Rosen Zulu was at 3.2 and is now down to 3.0. But I think I mentioned this before, but yeah, if you've not looked back at the previous month's unit adjustments in the past, they do update them a month later with the new numbers to show what has changed. So you can take a look and see how effective the buffs have been. So that is a nice touch.